What up, YouTube? Today's video, I want to talk about illusions of the third dimension. Now, first things first, I just want to say the illusions that we see, in the physical world, those are illusions of the third dimension because in order to be physical, you have to be in the third dimension. You know what I'm saying? Since we're in the third dimension, that makes us 3D now. Since we're in the third dimension, that makes our mind stay three-dimensional. Doesn't mean that your soul resides in the third dimension. It doesn't mean that you belong in the third dimension. It's just once your spirit incarnates into flesh inside the third dimension, then that means that you're forced to think on a on a third dimensional vibration. Because look, all these telephone poles and these little wires and all this, electrical stuff, it's like vibrations and, frictions and all this other good stuff, right? So if you got all these vibrations, low vibrations, that's all around the third dimension. Once you come to the third dimension, you know what I'm saying, via being born or via being teleportation, where you open a portal and just walk, to the third dimension or whatever. Once you come to the third dimension, it's like everything is different. It's like once you get here, you incarnate into a certain flesh, whatever, you picture yourself as, That's if you're not being born. That's if you like, another spirit from a higher realm trying to incarnate into this flesh, so you can pick how your vessel want to look, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. And it's like basically you just forced because you entering the third dimension. You know what I'm saying? So if you enter the third dimension, you got to look third dimensional. You have to speak third dimensional. You have to act third dimensional. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you want to look at it like that. So all these illusions and stuff like that, it's not necessarily the third dimension is bad. It's just saying that this is what goes on in the third dimension. You have TVs, radios, you know what I'm saying, chemtrails, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the fourth dimension. Now, when you go to the fourth dimension, you're dealing with psychic abilities. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with a human, but you're on the fourth dimension, so you got to think like a fourth dimensional person. You have to act like a fourth dimensional person. You have to speak like a fourth dimensional person. So it's like you are still a human. You are energy, a light, right? But now it's like your abilities have increased. So now you can telepathy people. You can move things. You know what I'm saying? Levitation. Uh, you can fly. Nah, I would say you can fly. It depends on what level you are on in the fourth dimension. What else? You know what I'm saying? You can manifest things, blah, blah, blah. But you're still in the fourth dimension. You still have to act, you know what I'm saying? Just one level higher than the third dimension, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because once you went up from the third dimension, you know what I'm saying? Your power stepped up, you know what I'm saying? Your ability stepped up. But, you know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, that's still just that level. But when you go to the fifth dimension, it's a whole different ball game because it's like you're not even a human anymore. It's just like you're a spectrum of light.